Welcome to the Marketing Shakedown, where we talk about what's actually working and blah, 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 blah. See, all right.
La 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 la. You gotta what are the mouth warm-ups? Watermelon, watermelon, water.
Marketing, 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 marketing. Welcome to the Marketing Shakedown, where we talk about what's actually working in marketing and what is just noise.
I'm Jody, the brain behind the strategy and the occasional eye roll.
And I'm Brandy, founder of Kemp Marketing. We help home trade businesses grow without getting lost in trends, fluff, or someone's nephew who runs their Instagram.
Each week, we'll pull back the curtain on agency life, the wins, the flops, and the stuff no one puts in their highlight reel.
All right, ready? Get
I'm ready.
into it.
Eh. We'll practice that one.
All right, Rose and Thorn check in. Let's start with a little behind the scenes at Kemp Marketing. You go first. What was your rose this week? What was the best thing this week?
Honestly, we're finally starting to see the vision come together for a more specialized team, like someone who's just doing SEO
That would
and
be
who
wonderful.
lives and breathes content. It's exciting to
Yeah, it
just
is.
organize the roles.
Yes, that would be wonderful, wonderful. That way we have a go-to person that's the expert instead of all of us trying to be the expert in everything. You're the expert in one thing and can really hone in on that skill. My
Stay in your
dream,
lane.
yeah. My dreams are getting big right now, and I feel like we're really starting to build something solid with Kemp Marketing, and I'm tickled about it.
Awesome. And what about your thorn?
The thorn is us. We get halfway into our own marketing plan and then decide to change directions. So we're basically our own worst client.
Yeah, we're like, let's test it on ourselves first, which sounds noble until you're 3 hours deep rewriting a campaign you just launched.
Right. And we do test a lot of stuff out on ourselves just to see how it'll do before we start doing it to other people's accounts because if we screw something up, I'd rather screw up myself than anybody else, you know? So I
Thousand
dabbled.
percent.
Oh, yeah. I really got into SEO this week and I mean, like, super deep into it. It eats up a lot of time, especially if you're going to do everything correctly and to make it all come full circle. And the ultimate goal is to be definitely on the first page of Google, if not the top three, without having to pay to get there. So
Right.
I don't want to all of us out by trying to get there, you know?
For sure. The algorithm has clearly shifted. If we're noticing the trends from month to month, there's definitely a slip in May as far as, what's working and what's not. And we're in detective mode trying to figure it
Oh,
out for each of our
yeah.
clients.
Appreciate it, Meta. All right, let's talk trends because we use them. We're also kind of over them.
Yeah, they're helpful when used intentionally, but if you're just hopping on trends for the sake of being trendy, you're basically yelling into the void with glitter on top.
I do believe that trends should fit into your brand, especially in your area, like the zebra that's going around right now, that's lost in Middle Tennessee. But if you're a
Hmm.
trauma therapist, maybe skip the link sync audio that's trending, the Beyonce dance or whatever. You definitely want to keep true to your profession.
Right. Keep your tone consistent, unless the trauma is caused by bad marketing
Well, we would not know anything about that.
or bad jokes.
Yeah. But seriously, if you're a small business, here's how to use the trends. If you're listening in, watch what your audience is engaging with. Look for trends that match your tone. Don't force it. If you're unsure, twist the trend to make it yours and use it as the hook, but make sure you have something worth saying behind it. And the thing about trends is you have to jump on quickly. You can't wait a week later and then try to post a zebra in your business.
Right. Fold in the trends. They're only temporary, but always build your evergreen content. That's something that you can use until the end of time with your
Yes.
brand.
Yes, correct. So what's your judgment call this week?
So I was on Reddit, of course, and I found this post. Small business owners using AI to write 30 blogs in a single day. Slapped them on their website without editing, and when they were surprised that their traffic tanked. It's almost like people know it's AI nowadays.
30 in one day. That's absolutely nuts.
Right. Yeah. Didn't edit, didn't optimize. They just used the raw content right out of ChatGPT. Dashes and all.
Adjectives and all, right?
Adjectives.
And
Even
now
threw
they're
some
mad.
emojis in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh gosh. And now they're mad. They're blaming the blender when the margarita tastes like sadness.
Right. You have to have a little salt to it.
Yeah.
AI is a tool, not your replacement. You still need to plan, strategize, edit, and use your actual voice because people are getting to know you and your brand, not what AI tells it to be. So if
Yeah.
you're trying to cut corners, you're going to sound like it. You're going to sound cookie cutter, and it'll be the same as every post that you see on your newsfeed.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy. Like you could do the research and find out what something is and then talk to AI like you and I talk, like we talk in our war room. Here's an idea I have.
Right,
Ask me questions. Oh, that's a great idea. Let's expand on that. And you just carry on a
right,
conversation. You don't just say, how do I get to the nearest KFC? And it takes you there.
right,
Use it like
right.
Google. So, one thing that worked this week, what's one thing that people can try this week, Jody?
We have been doing research into Google Trends. You go to trends.google.com, type in your service, and you look at what people are searching for.
Yeah, it's kind of simple. Nobody uses it, but I mean, you'll find gold like mosquito yard treatments spiking in June, and then you know that before June gets here, if that's the type of business you're in, you want to start promoting that. That way, it'll hit their page, when they're looking. You can actually go back 5 years and see what the trends are and see spikes in those months. So
Right,
you kind of can plan out your entire year that way if you actually wanted to, and to be strategic that way.
right. And even that's a good time to pick up on trends too, if you wanted to integrate some of those, like the McDonald's chicken wrap that recently trended.
Yeah, but you have to use the S. Snack wraps is what was trending. If you do snack wrap, you're getting left out of the game. That's how technical it is. It's absolutely nuts.
Yep, stop guessing and
Yeah.
let Google show you the way.
So that's it for this week's shakedown. Do you have a marketing mess you want us to unpack?
Or a genius idea you want to claim before we steal it, hit us up at Kemp Marketing or send an email to bkp@brandykemp.com
Or Jody at brandykemp.com.
or Jody at brandykemp.com.
And if this made you laugh, learn, or feel slightly called out, share it with a friend who's buried in their own business chaos.
See you next time.
Bye, Jody.
Bye, Brandy.